Hello YouTubers. In this video we're going to be changing the oil in my niece's 2020 Toyota Corolla SE with a 2.0 liter engine in it. This is just going to be an oil and oil filter change, and we'll just jump right into it. Here are the tools you'll need. A 10mm to get the oil pan cover off of the car. There's 4 bolts holding that on. That will show you the oil drain pan, and you will see then the drain plug, which is a 14mm. And then you'll need an oil filter wrench. And I don't know what size this is. This only says it's a B. That doesn't help anybody. If I can find more specific information, you will see it in the description below. But you will need an oil filter wrench as well. So those are the tools you'll need. So one of the first things I do is open up the oil cap so that the fluid can drain through quicker. All right, to access the oil filter and drain plug, 10mm bolts on this panel. Okay, the panel is out. It took 4 bolts, and here is our drain plug. That is a 14mm right there, and here is our oil filter. So one of the things that you should check on when changing the oil, I've already dropped the oil filter, is to make sure that the O-ring came off with the filter. So a lot of times, sometimes I have seen, and I have experienced this, where the oil O-ring, the big O, here, let me show you on the new one. The rubber ring, O-ring, stays on the housing. It gets left behind. And I almost nuked an 82 Z28 because the oil filter O-ring had remained on the oil filter. I go down the road and I see oil coming out the bottom of the engine. Cut the car off, saved the engine. And it was because there was 2 O-ring gaskets and I did not catch that. So just make sure you clean off the surface and that the O-ring is on the old filter, or get it off. There's the surface, nice and clean. So now we want to put a little oil around the O-ring so that we can seat it on there good. Fresh oil. Now normally I would put oil in this, but this oil filter is at an angle. And so filling this with oil is just going to cause more problems and cause a mess. I would not put oil in this at this point. So when shopping oil filter wrenches, the best thing to do is at your auto parts store when you buy your filter, find an oil filter socket or wrench and test fit your part. And it should fit in there. So if this is your first time, just do it that way. The other way to do it is to find a wrench like this that's multi-adjustable and then to collapse it on it and ensure it fits. This one does fit. And now that our surface is clean, we've oiled our O-ring. Let's put back on our filter. Right now it's pretty hand tight. I'm going to tighten it just probably a quarter of a turn more. Here's a quarter turn. That should be it. Okay, the oil is pretty much done draining. It took about 30 minutes to complete the draining, and it was probably warmed up for 5 minutes maybe. Just to kind of give you an idea how long it will take to complete the drain process. Now we're going to put the drain bolt back in. There are no torque specs for this, so good and tight. That's good and tight. So let's get the oil filter out of the way, or pan out of the way. Put our pan back up with our 4 bolts. And we should be good to go. Okay, so now we're ready to add the oil. This is 0W16. This is what the car calls for. The manual does say that if you cannot find 0W16, 0W20 will work. So either one is fine. I will tell you that 0W20, if you were to make a mistake, I'd be better off using 0W20 in the summertime. It makes the oil a little thicker. Because what it is 0 winter, 16 increases from 0 viscosity to 16 grade viscosity. 0 winter, and if you were to go into 0W20, so 0 winter, 20, so it's a little bit thicker oil in this 0W20. Not much, just 4 points, but 0W20 will work. That's an education on what you're seeing here, 0W16. All right, the car calls for 4.9 quarts, and I will tell you, where are you going to find 1/10 of 1 quart in this measurement? You're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to almost add the whole damn thing, just not add the whole thing and not wait for it to all drip all the way out. I'm just going to add it until it starts to barely drip, and then I'm done, because I don't know how to come up with 1/10 of 1 quart. So let's do that now. Anyway, the oil is in the car. We've completed the change. In order to reset the maintenance light, now what we need to do is we're going to use this structure here, and we're going to click this button, and we're going to go to the main menu, and we're on the leaf, we're on the car, we're on something, trip distance, and we want to be here on the gear, and we're going to scroll down and press and hold vehicle settings, go down to schedule and maintenance, click that, move up, and click yes, reset the maintenance. It's as simple as that. And finally, because my niece is spoiled, I will be returning her car to her, washed, cleaned, oil changed, oil filter changed, and everything serviced. So, YouTubers, if you like the video, like the video.